So hey, I am very excited about this right here. I've known about this forever. I first saw it, actually the first video on YouTube that I ever saw of Truth. He talks about this, and I've known about this thing and I have not gotten one, and so I had first-hand experience with drinking a lot of structured water, and that's what you do with this thing, is you stick the cleanest water you can get. In this case, it's 0 TDS, total dissolved solids, and I've been drinking a pitcher of this a day and getting amazing focus. So I'm actually buying one of these. I'm probably going to get it new just because that's what I do. And then also I've been doing these big shots of this stuff here, the Mega Hydrate. And I'm definitely adding this all to my protocol because for one thing, what's that red thing on there? My sits, everything just feels better, but my meditations and stuff are much more focused, and plus I'm just getting a lot of cleaning effects, detox or whatever, and also just a great sense of well-being, really. And so, yeah, this thing, I'll get that book out. So the vitalizer turns the water molecules into looking like this. And from each one of these chains is going to a new water structure to where you get this crystalline honeycomb.
This is the way the water is in a brand newborn baby. This is the way the water is in a watermelon, in eddies and whirlpools and mountains and streams where the water's moving and it's alive. It's called living water. That's the only water we're actually really supposed to be drinking our entire life. Everybody else drinks dead, unstructured water. It's structured with Wi-Fi and tubes and angry truck drivers and plastic, and everybody else is dying slowly of intracellular dehydration because the water they drink does not get through the cell membrane at a very high level. When you're young and your chi is good, you get a little bit, you get a certain amount through, and you can function okay. But as you get older and your chi gets down, and you're drinking unstructured dead water, it's edema water. It bloats against the outside of the cell, it squishes up against the arteries, making high blood pressure. You can't absorb it. The inside of the cell is dry, dehydrated, functioning with lack of cellular respiration. The nutrients that you're getting in from your diet, your food, your supplements, they're not absorbing well because the water's not washing it through the cell membrane because you have a poor osmotic drive. So you're dying of dehydration and edema, bloating at the same time. When you fly on an airplane and you drink unstructured water, it's even amplified. People's ankles swell up, they get more diabetes and edema. Now when you change that around, you start drinking only this water. Start opening up the floodgates of hydration, get all the water inside the cell, and all the toxins come out, and blood pressure goes down, blood sugar goes down. Every single different disease radically changes. This water hydrates the bone marrow. The brain loves structured water because the brain is electrical, processes consciousness, God, thought. This is the conduit for the consciousness to flow through. So that's why you're feeling the meditations. So this is the missing link. Doesn't matter how perfect you eat, how great your supplements are, what technologies you're using, how long you can meditate, how much yoga you can do. If you're drinking dead, unstructured water, and you're 70% water, it's like a 6-cylinder car running on 2 cylinders. I mean, you don't even know how great you could feel, how alive you can be. Even the skin cells, the layer, the dermis, when you drink this water, it hydrates and it puffs up and flattens out, and all the cells are tight, and all your lines go away in your face. I mean, women who are sensitive to lines, wrinkles that are around middle age, they love this water. They freak out because they're sensitive. Women are a little more sensitive, and when they start drinking the water, their cells respond immediately. But it's the entire body. So yeah, I gave Keith a pitcher a day, 2.2 quarts, to drink quickly on empty stomach, and we spun it for 18 minutes to increase the chi a little bit. Although 9 is all you need to make 100% structured water. And you can bottle it up, keep it in the fridge, it stays structured for 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe. But the biophoton units, the light energy, stays in the water. That stays in maybe up to 4 days, but the dissolved oxygen, the DO, which is increased by 30% in here, only lasts for 15 minutes after spinning. So that's why the best time to gorge on this water and feel the great effects is what I did to you. Wait till you're empty, spin up all the water, and then have you drink the entire pitcher as quick as you can. It hydrates the colon really fast. People go right to the toilet and go have perfect bowel movements. And it's just a life changer. I mean, you turn on. I had healers I know who can see aura energy. Okay, I had a few of those.
From drinking that?
No, I'm just separate, nothing to do with his water. Just healers in general who happen to have a gift, and they can see people's chakras, they can see auras, and they have some level of telepathy or psychic ability with your spirit guides. I'm thinking of a couple of healers off the top of my head. Over the 10 years I worked at the Air One Tonic Bar, and I had this back there all the time. We charged $1 for a cup of spun water. When I hold up a pitcher of this and I'm going to pour it for a customer and it's freshly spun, they go, "Whoa, what is that, Truth? Well, that's not water." They're looking at this and they put their hand on there. That's light. That water has an aura. It gives off chi. It's like living. Like, whoa, they freak out because they're not used to seeing it. Same thing with animals. You have a pet, you love your pet. Change the dead water you've been feeding, you're killing the darn thing. And take this water and put it in its water bowl. And the first time the cat comes up, it gets like a foot away from the water, 6 inches away, it pulls back and its eyes open up. Goes, "What is that? I haven't seen that before." That water almost scares me because it's so alive. It's used to seeing dead water its whole life. But then it's curious, so it comes up, it checks it out, it waits, it feels good, so then it drinks a little bit. And then when it feels the water go in, it drinks more. You see.
So can you talk about that too? Like just a little bit? Because I've been drinking these 4 cups of 3 shots or 4 rounded.
Yeah, I have a protocol. I'd like to give that recipe away in my book, but I have a special way that I prepare Mega Hydrate using the powder, not the capsules. And it's intense and it's strong. And Keyth, he can handle high doses of things quickly and get it down with really not showing any immediate herks. Later on, though, his body does detox a bit. I ask him how he feels. He's not so sure if he feels that much, but then later he does.
Herks, that's herxum or die-off, in case you don't know.
So I prepared him my special water technique. The recipe's going to be in my book. I do it with my clients, and I only had Keyth here as a guest for a few days, so I wanted to do something special for him. I thought, well, what can we do? Well, let's mega dose the spun water. You're doing your raw soups, great. You're doing your meditations, great. Oh, let's make some mega hydrate waters. I made you a Pau d'Arco medicinal batch tea from my source. That's a really potent one. Just made you a cistus tea last night. What else did we do? Gallium. I made you a mega dose of gallium. We're making some more. That's about all we had time for because Keyth was here helping me to do some filming when some other people are here, so we didn't have a lot of time. But this is going to be in my book recipe. These two are my favorite different waters. They're both totally different. They're both really powerful, and you have to do them a little bit separate. So Keyth has been pretty blessed to do both with my technique.
And so the point of my video was to talk about the new things I'm getting into, which is, again, I'm going to buy this Vitalizer Plus and start making this a regular major part of my day, and the Mega Hydrate, which I've taken before, and
like this.
And tachyon crystals. I'm going to get into the whole tachyon thing. I've known about that for a couple of years, but that's what this video is about the information that I've picked up to add to my program being here. Thank you, Truth.
You're welcome. Before you go to bed, and maybe you should lie down and meditate, and I'll put some tachyon on your chakras.
Okay.
Because you haven't actually felt the crystals.
Well, when I was first here, we were doing it, so.
That's right. We did a little bit, I think, but I'm not sure if I have the big crystals.
No, I don't think so. All right. Support me by supporting my music, links in the drop down. Other links to my music videos on YouTube. And, yep, thanks. All right, bright blessings, metta, namaste. So much love. Bye.